Hello and welcome to the Crypto Question Podcast Inside Track. Inside Track is a series of podcasts and videos presented by movers and shakers in the world of cryptocurrency. The goal of Inside Track is to educate the listener in various topics, from Bitcoin to projects to watch out for, from the future of Ethereum to NFTs, from DeFi to the next big thing in cryptocurrency. Inside Track are short bite-sized shows presented by people who have developed cryptocurrency projects and are hands-on in the industry. They are the best people to learn from. A little about Crypto Question. We are a platform that provides a number of free resources to our growing crypto community, from a podcast to a weekly cryptocurrency watch list, from courses to books. We even have our own cryptocurrency moonshot forum designed with the crypto investor in mind. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. This episode is presented by Oleg Giberstein, co-founder of Coinrule. Coinrule is a cryptocurrency trading platform that sends automated trading instructions to exchanges. This podcast is an insight into trading bots, the risks, rewards, and opportunities. If you don't understand how bots work and how you can profit from them, this is the podcast for you. Over to Oleg.
Sure. Hi everyone. I'm Oleg Giberstein. Thank you so much for inviting me to the podcast. Coinrule helps retail investors to build automated trading strategies for cryptocurrencies.
Can you walk us through how Coinrule helps the average trader?
Absolutely. So the way we work is that we basically give your exchange superpowers. So if you're using Binance or Coinbase Pro, Kraken, or like 10 plus of the biggest crypto exchanges, you can connect your exchange to an API key with Coinrule. We don't have any custody over your funds, so we can never touch them, we cannot withdraw them. But through Coinrule's interface, you can then build if this then that style trading instructions. So for example, if the price of Bitcoin goes up 5% and volume increases 10 million in 30 minutes, you want to buy $100 of Bitcoin, and then if something else happens, you want to sell it. And you can automate these kind of strategies very easily with Coinrule. You can choose between some of the most popular indicators. You can use moving averages. You can plug in your trading view, trading account, and build strategies in TradingView, which then get executed through Coinrule. And we make it really, really easy for normal people to do that. There's a very supportive community. We have a great trading support team, and so on.
For the layman, please can you explain how automated trading works?
I mean, if normal trading is you literally sitting in front of a computer and pressing buy and sell, automated trading means that you have certain preset rules that will execute once a certain condition is met. So the most simple version, which you can find on an exchange, is something like a limit order, where you say, if the price reaches this, buy or sell. And obviously with Coinrule, you can make it much more powerful than this.
How many traders use the platform right now?
So we have over 120,000 people on the platform, and a good few, like nearly 10,000 of them actively trading. We're about to reach over $1 billion in traded volume, which is super, super exciting for us.
What is the typical experience of a trader using your system?
So we see really everyone from beginners to even advanced. I mean, we do have a few funds using us as well, but our like real target user is honestly, it's really anyone who's passionate to get into trading. We are not necessarily great if you just want to put in your money and into like a black box fund and forget about it. We are probably not the right tool for you, but if you're curious and you want to really experiment with trading, learn and improve your trading, we're the perfect fit for you.
Generally, what kind of cryptos do your traders end up investing in? Are they the larger cryptos or a mixture of larger, mid-size, and small?
It's really quite a mixture, because through Coinrule you can trade anything that's available on the exchange that you have connected. So really any coin on, like if you connect Binance to Coinrule, you can trade any coin that's available on Binance. And I would say we see two types of traders. We see the ones who are really, they don't care what they trade. So we have functions like any coin or like any coin on the market. So you can basically trade, you can build a strategy that will buy any coin that fits your conditions. But then, of course, we also have traders who will want to trade specific coins. So that's really two groups there.
What are the risks of automated trading, and how can these risks be mitigated?
So one risk, of course, is if you are not an experienced trader, you could build strategies that don't make sense, like they don't trigger. The way to prevent it is we have a demo exchange. So it's basically you trade, but not with real money, on an exchange that simulates exactly Binance. So if you build your strategies and run them on the demo exchange, you can see how these strategies perform before you actually launch them on the live market. And that really will helps our users to prevent making mistakes and building the wrong type of rules.
Based on past strategies, do you have any statistics you can point to regarding performance?
Yeah, totally. So for a lot of our users can build strategies, but we also have a range of template strategies which users can use just straight out of the box. And for many of them, we have run back tests. So we have performance data that shows exactly how the strategy has performed over the last 6, 9, 12 months, which obviously helps our users to kind of get a sense for what worked in what market condition.
We noticed that you were funded by the Y Combinator. For those who don't know, Y Combinator is an American technology startup accelerator launched. It has launched more than 3,000 companies, including Stripe, Airbnb, DoorDash, Coinbase, Dropbox, and Reddit. Can you tell us the process you had to go through with them?
Yeah, of course. So Y Combinator was really a great boost for us. So actually some of the companies that came out of it, also Coinbase was a Y Combinator startup, OpenSea is a Y Combinator startup, also companies like Reddit, and obviously, as you said, Airbnb. So it's really like, it's an incredible network of some of the smartest people in the startup space. So it's a 3-month program, which is pretty intense. It's kind of like a lot of talks from like top entrepreneurs, but also you get office hours with some of the group partners who have really seen it all, but also time with other entrepreneurs from your cohort. So that was really like incredibly helpful for us to kind of understand more deeply the direction we wanted to take. But also it really helped us in terms of fundraising. So we were able to close immediately after the program, we were able to close a 2.2 million seed round that was covered by Forbes, and that was joined by some of the founders of Twitch, of kayak.com, 8 Sleeps, some of the crypto founders that were in our round were the founders of QuantStamp, and also of couple of, like, I mean, the Silica blockchain guys and Request Network, just to name a few. So we've got quite a good crew of investors that came together for our round, and that really was also to a large part thanks to the network that Y Combinator helped us build.
Have Y Combinator had any further involvement with the business?
I mean, indirectly. So we always have access to office hours. We can always catch up with our group partners. But then also, you can, through the community, through the network, you can very easily reach pretty much anyone you ever might need to talk to. There are very easy ways to reach founders of some of the companies that went through the program in the past. So like, the program itself is 3 months, but the network and the community is there forever. And that's obviously really valuable.
I have to ask, did you meet the massively well-respected Sam Altman?
No, actually, we haven't. So Sam, he had left Y Combinator before we started. We met Paul Graham, who obviously is the famous founder of Y Combinator. He came to present to us in the very first session, which was like really great. Obviously, Sam, I haven't really like come across Sam yet, but obviously he's also a member of the community.
Where do you see Coinrule in 1 year and 5 years' time?
So we have an incredibly exciting roadmap. So really our vision is to be a layer of automation on top of any asset class and platform. And we want to allow our users to do that in a very social setting. So the first thing we are looking to build in the next few months will be a marketplace, which will allow our users to share strategies with the community, and also to empower the community to share strategies and to kind of get together to work together on strategies. But we're also expanding into DeFi, into decentralized finance. So we will build automation tool for DeFi that will basically allow our users to build automated trading strategies for centralized crypto on exchanges like Binance, but also for decentralized crypto on probably platforms like on L1s like Solana, and also some of the layer 2 platforms of Ethereum, which will be super exciting for our users.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss about your platform?
Sure. I mean, one more feature we are very excited about, which has been like very much in demand, is the backtesting. So as I said earlier, so a lot of the templates we have on the platform have been backtested by our team. But soon enough, we will allow our users to run their own backtests. It's something we've been working on, and we are going to release it probably in the first half of next year. And obviously that will help users to kind of get a much more of a sense for how a certain strategy would have performed over a historical period. So with more data, it is easier for you to actually decide what might be a good strategy and what not.
How can someone find out more about your platform?
So you can read about us obviously on coinrule.com, on our Twitter account at CoinruleHQ. We have a blog on coinrule.com/blog where we post updates and also articles about the market and analysis. We have a very popular newsletter with some market data and analysis that comes out every week. And then also, of course, you can follow me on at Giberstein on Twitter, and write to me anytime on Twitter if you have any questions or problems with the platform, or have anything that you would want to discuss. It's very easy to reach me, and I'm always happy to connect.
What are your favorite projects in the crypto space at the moment?
That's always a good question. So I'm quite involved in the Ethereum ecosystem. There are a lot of other layer ones which I like and respect, like Solana, like Polkadot, like Avalanche. They're all good projects. But really, like the space I know the best is Ethereum. And inside Ethereum, I've been pretty much involved in Olympus DAO, which is like an algo stable coin that has really taken the market by storm. I've been involved in it since March this year, and it's been an incredibly exciting journey. And then also more recently, I've been following Tempo DAO, which is really this incredible community which has built something between a game, like coin that is designed to capture value, but then also protect the holders from too much volatility. But then also it's basically a cult. And it's been an incredible fun time being part of that community, and I follow it quite closely.
How do you see the future of cryptocurrency?
Wow, that's a huge question, right? There's a lot going on in that question. So honestly, for me at this point, it's pretty clear that the way how the internet took over communication, crypto will take over the transfer of value. But apart from just, the internet didn't just replace, phone conversations. The internet 100x the opportunities in that space. It created entirely new ways of communication. And crypto will do the same to value transfer. So the way today you make a payment through your bank, or you pay for a certain service, that is incredibly one-dimensional, incredibly boring. And crypto is already now completely innovating the way how, for example, how users can capture the value from services they use, or how communities can get together and get around a certain token or a certain, value share. And we will see more and more innovation, including use cases, which right now for us are almost unimaginable. Think about it this way. There was what's a little bit controversially called DeFi 1.0, which were like kind of the traditional finance replacement protocols, borrowing, lending, trading use cases, asset management, so platforms like Compound, Aave, Yearn, and so on. But then on top of them, DeFi 2.0 has started to build kind of already new use cases which wouldn't have been possible in the traditional finance world. So you have platforms like Alchemix, which allow those famous self-repaying loans, or as I mentioned earlier, Olympus DAO, which is like a very new kind of model inside the space. But now we're already starting to see let's call it DeFi 3.0, which are projects that built on top of this completely new, models, and we will just start to see more and more experimentation, and it will just blow our minds. The most important thing is that we just stay open-minded and just kind of like see what will come without, judging it prematurely.
What gets you up in the morning?
Well, just what I just said, honestly, like it's, sometimes, so I used to work in banking, and banking, it's okay, but it's pretty boring overall. Like you don't actually feel like you're at any kind of cutting edge. But here where we are in crypto, we are on the ultimate frontier. There was this podcast with Chris Dixon and Navav Ravikant that I was listening to the other day. Chris Dixon is the partner at Andreessen Horowitz. Navav Ravikant is one of the founders, or the founder of AngelList, and they're both quite involved in the crypto space. And I think Chris Dixon was it who said that the frontier, think of it this way: the frontier used to be, the American West, California, the gold rush. Then the frontier became electricity and telecommunications, and also later it became, going to the moon. And then at some point it became the internet. And today the frontier is crypto. It's the most vibrant, the most exciting thing that is literally happening in the world right now. And just, being able to be part of that, I mean, that like every day I'm grateful for that opportunity, honestly.
Time for that question we ask all our guests. If you had $1,000, which cryptocurrencies would you invest it in right now?
So obviously this is not investment advice. I am not a regulated financial advisor, so please take that with a grain of salt. If I had only $1,000, I would probably put them into something like Klima DAO on Polygon, because A, it's a very trusted and good project, and B, because the APY is so high. I would put it in there, forget about it for 6 to 12 months, and then with the funds that I have after 6 to 12 months, I would start probably trying to invest into like new projects that are coming out to really grow my stack in that case.
Thank you, Oleg, for your valuable insight. Please subscribe to hear more podcasts in the Inside Track series and our weekly show Moonshot Monday. Essential Crypto is downloadable on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. In closing, we would just like to remind you that this podcast does not represent financial advice or a recommendation to buy. Remember that investing in cryptocurrencies are high risk and you could lose 100% of your investment. One final note in closing. We do not pay anyone to appear on our show, or receive a fee for producing or hosting guests. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to visit our website at www.cryptoquestion.tech or follow us on Twitter or Instagram at CryptoImpartial.